Hey, what's up, everyone? It's your boy Mattiazo coming at you with a new album review. Oh, yeah. Today, I am checking out the band Boundaries with their album Death is a Little More. Boundaries is a five-piece metalcore band out from Hartford, Connecticut. I hope I said that right. And this is a band that's been around since about, I think, 2020. Yeah, 2020. I don't know why I said it like that. And I got introduced to this band from my friend who keeps up with my reviews. He's practically my twin, really cool dude. He's always talking about this is one of his favorite bands. And I would always I'll get to it. Not saying that I was pushing it off, but I would check it out eventually. And I was like, I don't want to listen to it until I review it. So I did check out a couple songs, one of their lead singles, Easily Erased, a couple months back, and some of their older stuff. So what I could find out, they're a really heavy metalcore band, and I can see with a little bit of melodicness to them, but mostly just pretty straightforward metalcore. And I gotta say, not that bad, not that great when it comes to this band. I think I'm still on the fence about them, but I'll dive into this review, talk about this band, give you my thoughts, and then give you my rating. Let's get into it. There's a little more on this album, but also at times it's a little bland, I think. This metalcore band is bringing some really heavy sounds on this record with some brutal vocals, heavy riffs, and monstrous drums. But unfortunately, a good amount of the time, it just sounds like it's a little by the numbers, like kind of just, not I would say generic, but a lot of what I've heard, I feel like I've heard it somewhere else from another band. These guys are a metalcore band through and through, and it's pretty obvious that they like to be really heavy. I will say they are able to bring in some melodic moments with some clean singing that originally, when I first heard them, I wasn't the biggest fan of them, but I think that's some of the strongest points of this band now that I've listened to this album. And particularly on the song Easily Erased, the clean vocals really help contrast with the heaviness of the song and comes in kind of at the right time. So I'll play a clip of Easily Erased so you can get a sense of that heaviness they have, and then the clean vocals that just really help elevate things for a bit.
Well, you break all of the promises that you made. For you, it should be easy to erase.
Originally, though, the clean vocals were not my favorite part, but they definitely grew on me over time. A lot of what I'm hearing on this album is very repetitive in terms of its heaviness, and I feel like I've heard their sound in other bands. So when I was listening to this album, nothing about it, I guess besides some clean vocals here and there and some interesting drumming parts here and there, were able to make me feel something. But most of the time, I was just kind of like, it's all right. It's doing its job. And I think one thing that really helps it is the production. The production on this record really helps the band sound not as bad, because the song structures are a bit bland, but they do sound pretty good. Particularly on the song Face the Blade. It's, nothing too special, but at least they sound really good.
What's inside? Disappointing enough with a
As I was listening to that right now, I think what I was getting in terms of familiarity, from the familiar, I can't speak right now. The parts that sound familiar remind me of August Burns Red, but just like a lesser form of it. Songs that have a good feel to them or have a unique vibe really utilize the vocalist's ability to do high and low screams, while also having some really interesting guitar riffs that really stick out and sound very distinctive, / kind of pay homage to the old metalcore scene from the early 2000s, I think. And I think a great example of that is on the song Scars on a Soul. The way the guitars are being played here and his vocals, it sounds like very, very old school hardcore metalcore in a great way.
Covered up to
not that bad. Even though the songs might sound a bit bland, I will say I do like that the lyrics on here, they use a lot of metaphors. So a lot of the lyrics don't seem so straightforward. So it keeps the record sounding very refreshing in terms of like listening to the songs over and over and interpreting them and deciphering them in your own way. Now, are boundaries pushing the boundaries of metal? I don't think they are necessarily. I think they are making some fun metalcore music that is just, of the time right now with some clean singing, some interesting riffs here and there, but nothing about them really sticks out too well besides the fact they have some decent lyrics and some distinctive clean vocals and really good production. So it's not overly a bad thing. I can see that there is probably more good than bad on this record, but it's still just kind of like I guess. So I'll give it up to them that this is a nice and decent 7.5 out of 10. I think the Boys and Boundaries did an all right job with this album. Links down below. Check them out. Check out this reaction video I had of Easily Erased back in the day. And tell me what you think. And like always, guys, I will see you in the pit.